So today is a very good day. I've been waiting for this day for a wee while now, and it's it's taken a while to come, but it's finally here. Let's go check it out. So I've been waiting to order one of these for a wee while now, and it's finally arrived. So let's open these boxes and have a look. Alrighty, so as you can see, E-props, new propeller for Scooter. It's been a while in the coming to try and change over from the 2-blader to a 3-blade, and we've gone to a composite. So the second blade. And third blade. Alright, and the second box, have a quick look here, should be the spinner. Instruction sheets, hopefully. Yeah, they even send you a hat, look at that. So, the carbon fibre spinner to go with it. And the hub bolts onto the Rotax 912, bolts straight on. And just the weight. The weight's the big factor here. And we also bought the digital pitch adjuster, so they sell one to set the pitch correctly, and basically I think it was about €60 or something like that for the basically your propeller pitch adjuster. Some covers for the blades, which is good. And hopefully all the instructions in there, so it's pretty straightforward. So you'll see Scooter's propeller behind me there. So it's a 2-bladed wooden propeller, and came stock obviously from the factory with that propeller, and it obviously works, but unfortunately I had a bit of an incident here in the hangar where I had a big tall ladder out doing some cleaning work, and thought I had it far enough away from the machine and things like that, and unfortunately a big gust of wind blew the ladder over, and it just clipped the down here, just the tip of one blade, and chipped the end of it, and which meant then had to take it in and get it repaired properly and get both ends trimmed to match, and then rebalanced, and then put back on. So essentially we've lost length on the blade. And also with the 2-blader, it chops so much air that the 3-bladers tend to be less vibrating in the air, so the prop wash that ends up heading down the side of the aircraft and hitting the fabric. The 2-bladers, it's quite vibrating, so hopefully the 3-blade takes a lot of problems out of that. So I went with the E-props. I mean, they've been around for a fair while, I see on the internet, but haven't seen too many reviews and things like that, and I'm not really here to do a review. I don't really do reviews, but purely just let you know, hey, I'm going from a 2-blade to 3-blade, in hope to basically increase my cruise speed just a little bit. With the shortened tip on the 2-blader, I've lost about probably, I reckon, 8 to potentially about 8-9 knots on cruise speed. So it'd be nice to get that thing back up to around 90. Do a bit of flying, obviously, with a mate with a Robinson 22, and he cruises around that 90, 95. So it'd be nice to get back a little bit of that speed. Takeoff distances, I mean, I don't need to really take off anywhere we go. This thing's well and truly capable of getting into 99% of the places we go to. So not worried about getting any shorter takeoff roll or anything like that. It was more just make the front a little bit lighter. It's amazing how much weight difference and between the the wooden 2-blader and going to this carbon fibre 3-blader. But there's been a few reviews online with them, and they all seem to be really good. They've both gotten shorter takeoff roll and better cruise performance than everyone I've listened to. So hopefully that works out for us. And here in New Zealand, obviously we had to order it through from the factory, I think in France. And I think by the time it was ordered, delivered, everything, it was about, with the exchange rate in New Zealand dollars pretty bad, so it was about, I think, just on that 4,000 New Zealand dollars for a full carbon fibre 3-bladed prop. So a little bit pricier than a couple of others, maybe on par or just slightly higher, but very, very light, which will be good. I'm tending to have to put a bit of weight in the tail of my aircraft when you're flying solo, so it'd be nice to take a little tiny bit of the weight off the front as well. So tomorrow we're going to head up to Wanaka, go see Callum at Hangar 2024. It's all booked in, and hopefully get this thing fitted, test run, and we'll go from there. So see you tomorrow in the air on the way to Wanaka, and hopefully get this thing fitted. So we have put the prop on now. Didn't take too long. Longest time was getting the Rotax little lugs out of the mounting plate on the original one to put the new mounting plate on, and took the longest time to press them out. Put it on, set up the pitch, and so we're going to go out now and do a bit of a ground static run just to check the RPM. Make sure we're within range. This E-prop tends to need to really set it in flight, but we need to sort of check we're within range before we go for a flight. But yeah, around that sort of 5.5 full throttle in flight. But this has an ESR effect which makes the prop cavitate. So we'll see how that goes. Alrighty, so I forgot to press record on the camera, but I did a run up, and it yeah, basically went over RPM, went about 5.8, and still had a bit of throttle to go. So we had to taxi back in and rechange the pitch again, and give this another go now and see how we go. Brakes are on. Yep. Controls. Yep. Cool. Okay. That was full throttle and 5.5, so that was good. Alrighty, so we are going to go do a circuit. Just get set up here. On. Oh, no, not transponder volt. Mains are on. Controls. Free and correct. Flap set for takeoff. Yes and yes. Trim set. Bolts secure. Was latched and yeah, good. Lined up here for a second. Come on, traffic. Lima Alpha Pars lining up 3-6 rolling and staying in the circuit. Alrighty, so we're all done now. Took about sort of, I guess, 3.5 hours, 4 hours to get it all installed. Longest time was getting the little lug nuts off the existing backing plate from the Rotax gearbox there. Flange, getting those lug nuts pressed out took the longest time, but apart from that, it's pretty straightforward. And then a little bit of time, obviously, getting the angle set on the pitch. It took us 2 attempts to get get it done. I think we settled on about 21.2, I think it was 21.2 degrees I think we settled on, and that gave me basically at 5,200 cruise. I was sitting on about 85 knots, so that was really good. So I picked up about 5 knots on the existing, or the older 2-blade prop, and also saved about 2.8 kilos in weight off the front of the plane too, which is quite cool. And now I think we need to go do an hour's flight time, retorque the bolts, and then do 10 hours, retorque it, and then every 50, which is good. So we'll get that sorted and get done, and yeah, crack on and get sort of out there flying again. See you on the next one.